Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show! Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show. I'm your host, Andy. Today we got a very special guest today. Give it up for Josh Plantenga.
It's great to be here, man.
I forgot to say he's a comedian, guys. I fucked up in the intro. But
That's fine.
I haven't done a podcast this early before. You're my first early bird special.
Oh, really?
We usually do it at night, but
Okay.
it's all good. I'm off. I'd rather do it in the morning, but no one's ever people's schedules are always retarded, so yeah. Anyways, Josh, so how long have you been doing comedy now?
I guess a little over 2 years now.
Damn, 2 years?
Yeah.
Like when I first met you, I was like, I think I met at Feed the Funny or something like that. I was like, this guy's,
Probably.
you're pretty decent. You fucking progressed so much in the last like year or so since I met you. What was that show you did at what was that place called in
The Hangar 24 in Redlands.
That was a great fucking show. You killed it that night. Like,
Thanks.
that those impressions you do of fucking what is his name?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, but was it Dirty Harry or are you doing the Gran Torino one?
It's just Clint Eastwood in every movie he's in.
Oh, I guess. But
I mean, really, it's just I'm doing Clint Eastwood as himself, not even as a character, because he's just being racist.
I don't want to say your joke, but I love that
Yeah,
fucking joke.
Thanks. People have given me a lot of compliments on that one.
Can you do an impression right now? Are you doing any impressions?
Of
Whatever.
just anything.
Yeah. What impressions can you do?
I don't do something just like unprompted, pull something out of my
Okay,
ass.
I'll do No, I'm not good at impressions either. But I guess do a fucking impression of Clint Eastwood then.
Well, it's mostly just like the face, and then I whisper. So I guess I'll do it to camera, which is just
Now my camera quality sucks. You're probably not gonna be able to get it.
that, because it's mostly the face. Because his voice, I don't really have his voice. I just like get low, or it's like, what are these people doing here? Like that's.
You should get like a cigar for a prop when you do that shit.
Yeah, I actually was I think it was freshman year of high school. I was Clint Eastwood for Halloween.
Which one were you? Dirty Harry? Which one?
No, I was like one of the spaghetti westerns. I had kind of like a blanket over me, like a poncho kind of looking thing, and then cowboy hat, fucking like beard made out of, I don't know, I forget what it was. It might have been like my mom painted fucking mascara on my face.
One time
Give
for
me a beard.
Halloween, I was a homeless person for Halloween. My mom gave me a fake beard. It was just like smeared, nasty looking makeup.
Yeah.
And I wore like old dirty clothes and my dad's shoes, and like they didn't fit. So when I was walking, it just like my shoes kept flopping around. It was horrible. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I'm not really good at impressions. I could probably do the easy ones like Joey Diaz. He's pretty fucking easy. He's like, hey, you cocksuckers.
Yeah.
Can you do Joey Diaz? He just likes to fucking like name a date and then say a crazy fucking story. He's like,
Yeah, no, I fucking love Joey Diaz. It's been a while since I've like listened to a lot of his stuff, so like his voice and like, I don't know, cadence isn't fresh in my mind, but yeah, he's always just like, back in '63, I feel like I got to pull this away from my face.
You gonna pop the mic?
Yeah, exactly. Back in '63, Joe Rogan, we fucking, the Cubans were everywhere. That's not that
do you
good.
think his stories are real or you just make shit up?
I feel like they're
to
probably
say
real.
all those little cocaine stories and shit?
Yeah. Well, they're real to him.
On the church, he has a new podcast on the church. His stories, he says, like, he does stories I haven't heard before. Like, God damn, this one's got stories for days, but this motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, like, vegan pussy smells. He's like, you ever walk past a vegan? He's like, because they don't eat the meat. They don't got the protein, so it just stinks. I'm like, what the hell? But I guess he lives somewhere where, like, I think, what is it, like, where is it, snow? Like, what is that place called? Aspen or some shit like that? Like, he was in hiding or something like that?
Yeah, I remember him saying something like he was in Colorado for a while. I think he was in prison there, and then he, like, lived there or something like that.
Yeah, wherever he lived, that's where he said all the vegan women were at, and their fucking pussies stuff. I don't know. I've never been with a vegan. You ever hooked up with a vegan before?
No.
Are you married? Do you have any kids, Josh?
No.
I have to ask you. I don't really know you like that, so I'm asking.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 22. I'm gonna be 23 next Wednesday.
You're fucking tall as fuck. Like if you look at
Yeah.
my camera thing, you're like hitting the roof right now. I said I was gonna take a photo with you. I was like, should I stand on a ladder or a stool? Like, maybe I'm gonna get my ladder out of the garage to take a picture of that shit. But how tall are you? 6'3"?
Yeah, like 6'3".
I tell people I'm 5'11", but I'm like 5'10" ish. Like I think I'm
Yeah.
shrinking. I'm getting older now, so like you're in your fucking prime. Are you done growing now? Was it 21?
I fucking hope so, man.
Are you like fucking Larry Bird's grandson or some shit?
Nah,
You
not
never
that I
you
know
never
of.
played basketball?
Nah, and I'm not very good at it either.
Most tall guys aren't good at basketball. They just stand there and dunk. Like Shaq, he's not
Yeah,
athletic. He would just grab the ball, run and dunk. That's
true.
it. You know?
Shaq's also like, I don't know, 300 pounds or something like
Exactly. Well, he
that.
was younger. He was more
Yeah.
slimmer and shit. But if he wasn't tall, he doesn't have skills. He doesn't have three pointers.
It
Like,
is like it's a huge advantage in basketball, especially if you play with like average sized people. Like
hey,
I'm not good at basketball, but when I can just like grab shit out of people's
you should
hands,
start playing and then go to the hoods and hustle fools at the basketball
I would have
games.
to be good though to do that
Just
shit.
take the ball and dunk it.
Yeah, but
Have you seen the movie White Men Can't Jump?
no, but I know like what it's about.
But like they hustle dudes. Like they
Yeah,
look
with
at him like,
Woody
oh, look at this
Harrelson.
dorky white guy.
Yeah, he can't do shit.
And then he balls up. Then you could do that. You could live that. Make a
Maybe, but the thing is, I'm tall, so they would be like, "Oh, this guy probably can play." But then,
guess.
I'd have to like be dribbling on the other side of court and then like bounce the basketball off my foot and be like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing."
that could be lucrative. You and Seven should go fucking do White Men Can't Jump in the hood. Can Seven play basketball?
I think so. I've never played with him, but I think
He's a golf type of guy. Huh?
I could definitely see him playing golf.
He's the Tiger Woods side.
Talking about his investments with other white people. But
Shout out Seven.
yeah, shout out to Seven. Yeah, I think he plays basketball with like C's and Nikki P and stuff like that.
Thanks for the delivery. Anyways, I never really played sports in high school because I had piercings and shit. So like I never like they want you to take your piercings out. Now everybody wears them, but I guess it's not safe or whatever. But yeah, so I was gonna play football, but then I was emo in high school and I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Took a long time to stretch my ears out, and that shit closes quick. So
Yeah. Damn, you had the full like loops or whatever
yeah,
they're called.
well, I'll show you my ears later. But yeah,
Okay.
I used to have inches. I had them stretched out twice, but yeah.
Damn.
I was emo in high school, and like I said, I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to conform and take off my earrings for football.
Yeah.
I only wanted to do football just to fucking get women, but that didn't work. So still hasn't worked. But what year did you graduate?
2020.
God damn.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
Los Osos.
Where's that at?
It's in Rancho. Yeah.
Well, my brother-in-law graduated from Altaloma in 2020. Did you guys have a drive-through fucking graduation?
Yeah.
That was so sad. I remember going to it. You pull up, you get out, you take a photo, you get back in your car. And
Yeah, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go.
have,
Yeah, and my like one of my friends and then like my family or at least my mom was like, "No, you need to do it." And then we're going through it and I'm like, "This is dumb. This is stupid. It's a waste of time."
So, like, you guys didn't have prom or anything like that, right?
No, because like we were going to school up until like March, and then for me it was like a week before spring break. They like
Yeah, the mega spring break, huh?
exactly no. So I remember like I was in the gym because I didn't have a sixth period my senior year, so like I could leave school early. And then a friend of mine texted me because she was still at school. They were like, "Hey, like they just said we're not going to school next week because of like COVID." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then like 2 weeks went by and it was like in the middle of spring break. They're like, "We're coming back in April." Then April came and they're like, "We'll come back like second week of May," which would be like a week before school was over anyway. And then I was just like, "We're never going back, are we?"
That sucks. My daughter was in sixth grade when that happened. So basically, her whole sixth grade year, she was online. Like, you guys just did online
That's
classes?
terrible. Yeah, we kind of did, but it was pretty much like school was over at that point.
I would have been fucking sick if I was a senior.
No, it was. I'll say like my friend kept saying like, "Oh, our senior year got robbed," and it was really only like the last 2.5 months. So it was like sure the fun shit of the like senior
Yeah.
whatever you go to a theme park, prom, all that bullshit. We missed out on that.
No senior pranks
Which,
or anything?
yeah, I didn't really care about because I wasn't into that whole thing. Like, I didn't even want to go to prom. I was just gonna go because I was, supposed to.
How could you
The
do a
experience.
senior prank on Zoom or something? Like you can just not wear bottoms or something in the
That's
Zoom
not even a
call?
prank, dude. That's like
Moon the fucking camera.
that's just the Zoom like clothing is you just don't wear pants. But yeah, because we didn't even have like the infrastructure yet. Like Zoom wasn't like a big
So how
thing.
did you guys do your classwork?
It was just like we would get like a shit ton of
Packets?
emails every day where it
Um,
was just like assignments or whatever. And like at that point the teachers didn't even care if you like did them or not because and then at some point the school announced like, hey, if you had whatever grade before like COVID hit, you would keep that grade
you're
for
D
like the rest of
minus.
the
You're
year.
D minus. You're like
Well,
fuck.
no, like you could improve your grade, but it's like if COVID hit and you had like a B in a class, you couldn't lose that B because, life just got fucking crazy. So if you weren't doing assignments, like it was fine.
They say
But
that fucked up a lot of kids. Like I guess like social. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they became real socially awkward after
yeah.
COVID because like my daughter missed all of sixth grade. I think she was in fifth grade when it started. And
Mm,
all of sixth grade. And then I think she went back to school in seventh grade. And then like imagine having to skip sixth grade and then go straight into junior high. And it's
yeah.
like, and then we moved, so then she had to start a whole new school. But
Fuck.
we moved out here
Yeah.
during that like 21 or some shit like that. But she had to start a whole new school, and told my daughter I was like, fuck school. Like it doesn't even matter. By the time you graduate, you don't stick around with a lot of friends. Like how many friends do you still have from high school? And you graduated 4 years ago.
Decent amount.
Oh, you're still fresh. I'm
Yeah,
20 years
yeah,
out.
sure.
So
But also, we haven't done anything with our lives.
I said, well, give it 20 years.
Yeah,
And
we're
20
on.
years from now, you don't know like two or three.
Yeah,
Like
that doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Just like you don't need to make any
no,
friends
what
until
what
you're
I told
30
my
years
daughter
old.
is like she was like worried about those friends over there, and then now she's
Yeah,
here. She's had a sleepover night with a bunch of new friends. Like you're gonna make new friends,
yeah,
Like
yeah.
now that she's out here, she goes to high school out here. Like she has a shitload of friends, but she was worried about because she went all of elementary school in Upland, and then we moved out
Mhm.
here. Now she went to junior high and high school out here, and it's like she forgot about them. I was like, I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss school. Like that shit was fun. I used to like fucking around in class. Were you the
Mm.
class clown?
Yeah, sometimes it kind of depended on like who was in the class with me. Because in some classes, like I was just completely quiet and didn't talk to anybody. But then in others, like I would be more outspoken and throw a joke out there.
That's how I was when I was in high school. I was afraid to be like outspoken like that. Like so, I kept to myself. When I was in junior high, I was like kind of rowdy. Like the kids I hung out with were all like kind of ghetto, so we'd fuck around a lot, get in trouble a
Mhm.
lot. But once I went to high school, I trying to like kind of straighten myself out. Like I don't want to get in trouble anymore, hanging out with these fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stayed quiet in high school, so I'm pretty sure like no one even thought I was funny at all. They probably still don't think I'm funny. But I remember seeing class clowns like in the yearbooks. Like, who the fuck's that guy? Like, none
Yeah,
of
I
who the
didn't
fuck
vote
that
for him.
guy is. Like, fucking dumb.
That guy's a fucking hack.
Is that Owen Parker?
Yeah. Hey, Owen Parker's not a hack.
No, I'm just saying in the class clown photo.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I like to fuck with Owen on
Yeah.
here. I think he's featured in every episode we talk
We
about
should
him.
just talk about Owen.
Well, he's my day one. He's the first dude I met doing comedy. So I always
okay.
bring him
Yeah,
up.
that's right. Because you guys met at what was it, a Big J show or
Yeah,
something
it was
like
random how we met, but
Yeah.
like I said, he features, and then you guys are all friends, the Feed the Funny dude. So you guys somehow always get brought up in my fucking podcast. But
Yeah.
shout out to you guys.
that? Thanks.
How many people are in your guys' group?
It's just the four of us: Darby Cash, 77, Owen Parker, and me.
I thought Angie was a part of that.
Darby said something like months ago about like bringing Angie on board, and then
It makes me think of Stranger Things that add Max to the group. She's like, she's not one of us. Remember? Do you ever watch Stranger Things?
yeah,
Remember what's the little black kid's name? Like he didn't want her in the group.
I don't remember his name, but I understand
The little black
sentiment.
kid.
No, but I was like excited to have Angie in the group. I was like, yeah, I think she'd fit well. And I was like, hey, Angie, like welcome to the group. And she was kind of like, huh? And I was like, Darby didn't tell you? And then it's like, apparently none of that was real or actually happened. So.
I thought she was part of the
Yeah, I
group,
thought she was too.
so I guess I
Turns out
corrected.
not officially.
She's like, I don't want to hang out with you nerds.
It's true.
Like we need a girl in our group. You should have in your group. We think you should add. No, I can't think of someone to add to your group. You guys are perfect the way you are. Are you guys gonna continue doing skits? What happened? You guys were filming skits, and what happened?
We've never really like. I don't know. We haven't done that many sketches. Of course, we've like talked about it and we've done, a promo here and there for something, but it was always like we don't know what we're gonna film and then we show up and then we just
That's why you got to sit
fuck
down and
around.
write.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've
There's
wanted to
a bunch
do.
of sketches I just never filmed any. Like
Yeah,
you
me
got to
me
get
too.
people to come. I'm writing a new one right now. It's about a dude who lands a role. He thinks he lands his first acting role. He's a comic who lands an acting role, and he's basically just an extra in a commercial.
Mm.
And the dude tries doing method acting, and like it's a funny little. I'm not
I
gonna tell the
like
whole
that.
story,
Yeah,
but
yeah. They'll see it
he's
soon enough.
basically he wants to do method acting, but he's an extra in a commercial. He's not even gonna be talking or anything like that, you know.
Mm.
But that's the premise. But the story's funny. I'm just not gonna reveal the secrets. But
Yeah.
have you ever heard of like method acting, like actors that go like they have to
Yeah, I know about
stay
it.
in character?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Daniel Day-Lewis, dude.
I heard about like Jim Carrey was really into that shit when he did that one movie.
Yeah, there's something. It's Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
forget what it's called.
That's what inspired me. I'm like, I want a delusional comic to get a shitty little casting role because a lot of comics do commercials or whatever.
Hmm.
But this dude is supposed to be just a simple extra, and he's like taking it to the fucking head in his delusions, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna work on that one. Maybe I'll get some fools to film. Where I live is a perfect place to film. I've told people like where I live up the way, there's a community center.
Hmm.
Inside there's like a movie theater. It's
Oh,
like
damn.
a screening room. Then they have like a pool room. You can like play games, and then there's a fake kitchen in there. I don't know why. Like if you walk in there, I guess because you can use it. I guess if you want to, it's like a community center. You can use it to cook. I guess if you, I don't fucking know. It looks
So
good.
it's a real kitchen
Yeah,
that nobody uses?
it's a beautiful fucking kitchen, but it looks like something you see in like those like 90s sitcoms where they're like, in the beginning of the TV show and they're like cleaning the kitchen and they're like the Family Matters or some shit, and then the
Yeah.
camera points to them.
Oh, and it's like,
Yeah. It looks like you could use that right there for fucking, film shit there. There's even a piano. It's so random. There's a random piano. It's like a living room piano. And then there's a fucking kitchen for no reason. Nobody cooks with it. Like, and then upstairs there's a bunch of activities and shit. But yeah, we could easily film shit in here. But tell Darby, let's film some shit.
all right, yeah, I'll let him know.
No, but I want to get more into it, but I need to get better equipment. Like I can't use this camera out there. I need a fancy schmancy camera for that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, we got Darby has some equipment and shit, but
And I'm invested on this shit. Like I
yeah,
do need to get a better camera, but I'm okay right now. Like in time I'll do that shit. But so you've been doing comedy 2 years now. What's your next 2 years? What do you see? Where do you see yourself?
I have no idea. I mean, so far it seems like I'm getting booked a little more frequently. I'd say in the next 2 years, I probably have to start like asking people to put me on shows and stuff because I've never really done
It
that.
dies down because trust me, I went
Yeah,
like a year where I was booking shows left and right, and then every other month it will die down. I guess you just gotta stay relevant. I guess like
yeah,
keep kissing ass. I don't do that. That's why I don't book shows. But
yeah,
yeah, I want to go on more people's podcasts. I love podcasting. This shit's
yeah.
fun, especially the dudes have legit studios. Like mine's whatever, but there's shout out to Gil. He's gonna be having he's updating his new podcast. But
Nice.
he has like a legit studio. Like
Yeah,
I eventually want to add more shit in here, but I'm lazy, so
yeah.
I want to put those little things for the sound. There's like little
Oh, the like foam stuff.
yeah, but I don't know where to put it. There's no room. My wife has this big ass fucking pop fucking shelf, and it takes up half the room. I can maybe
Yeah.
put it on the ceiling or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I started comedy about 2 years ago too. Where did you start at?
I started at the Ontario Improv.
We probably started at the same time. Were you going to those open mics, the roast battle open mics?
Yeah, I was.
That's exactly when did you? I started in February of 23.
That was like 2 months after me because I went to the December like 2022 one, which I think is the first one when they like restarted the open
Yeah, I
mic.
went to that too to watch,
Yeah.
just to see. But I hadn't started yet. I wanted to see what it was like,
Mhm.
and then I went back. So I guess we pretty much started on the same time. That's crazy, small
Yeah.
world. That's when I ran into Owen that day. And I hadn't seen him in like 6 months when
Mhm.
Big J ripped him a fucking new one. But yeah,
Oh, Big J made fun of Owen.
yeah, you didn't.
He didn't tell me about
I've
that. I
told
don't
this
think
story
so.
before. Like we sat next to each other because we were both single dudes by ourselves.
Oh, maybe he did tell me about this.
And Jay was like, "Hey, you guys on a date?" And then like I just kept trying to like ignore Owen. Like I didn't know him. I was like, I don't know this guy. And then Big J's like, oh, you guys should pay for each other's tabs or something like that. And then he started going on Owen like he looked like a pedophile and this and that. I was just trying to scoot away from him so that he wouldn't make fun of me, but he didn't end up making fun of me, thank God.
Mm.
He's like, oh, I like this guy. He's dressed like me. I was wearing like a jeans and a hoodie. He's like, you're cool. But this guy right here just kept going on Owen. I was like, fuck. And then I ran into Owen at the open mic and he was like, yeah, you remember me? And I was like, oh yeah. Been a while. That was like 6 months prior to that shit, but yep, time will tell. Because I've told Owen we're gonna have him on eventually whenever he breaks out of his shell and wants to do a podcast tour like you. What other podcasts were you on?
Well, Owen was with me last night. We did Ava's together.
Why didn't he come? He could have came today.
I don't know, man. You gotta.
Got him.
Yeah,
I could have filmed 2 episodes in one.
I'm not gonna surprise you with
People
Owen
do it
Parker.
all the time. People do it all
Really?
the time and just show up with people. I don't care. It
Yeah, I didn't know.
doesn't bother me. They just have to hang out in the corner and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Huh.
I could have had Owen here taking photos.
Yeah, no, just hit up Owen and be like, hey, next week or something. Like, you should give people like a day that you're available and say like, hey, are you open for a podcast this day?
I basically any evening. I ask people because they all have work schedules, whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Doing shows, so I just try to accommodate you guys. So
I get it, but I think what kind of took us so long to get together, because you talked to me about this in February, and I was like sometime in March, and I didn't mean that. And in fact, like the day you hit me up, I was planning on like messaging you, and
it was destiny.
Yeah, it all lined up. But it's the same day, like Timmy that day, and I think he didn't mean to, because I think he was gonna have somebody else, but they fell through. So he's like,
you were the second.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you were my first. You were not my second. All right.
He was like, who can I get on right now? Because he was like, hey, are you available tomorrow at 6 p.m.? And I was like, yeah, I guess. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And then Ava was kind of the same thing, like, hey, sometime like this week, are you guys available? So for me, because I'm kind of indecisive and also lazy, so I was kind of like,
I live down the street. How far does Timmy live from you?
Oh, he's like 5 minutes away.
Oh, he's even closer?
Yeah, he's like super close to
Oh yeah,
me.
they live right there by the stacks, huh? Don't they live right there?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, it's off the same street.
Oh yeah, 'cause I remember he was talking to me about it. I want to have him on too, but I like his podcast. But I don't know who those other dudes are. Are they comics?
No, they're
just friends, like
just
roommates.
Friends. I think they were co-workers of his.
Because I was like, are those dudes comics? Like I've never seen him. I've only seen him on his podcast. I never see him out anywhere.
No, they're working people.
They have better things to do with their lives.
Hey, we also have jobs.
Well, you said they're working people.
No. Well, just to say they're not also comics.
They're normals.
Like that. They're normals and podcasters. So
they're peasants.
They're
That's
podcasters. Yeah.
I don't like comedy podcasts where they're not comedians. No disrespect to those guys, but
I don't think I've ever seen one of those. So they call it it's just a funny podcast, but they're not comics.
Dudes on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen clips online. There's just they're YouTube comics. That's it. Like they're podcast comics. That's it. Like there's a bunch of random ones. They always stating stupid facts and they use a lot of clickbait shit. But it's trendy to fucking do podcasts online and like they try to be, I guess, just like there's actors who do comedy but they're not comedians. They're comedic actors. There's comedic podcasters that don't even do stand up. Like whatever floats your boat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get to know more people this way. That's why I call it a comedy podcast, but we really just talk about nothing and shit.
That is what a comedy podcast is.
Johnny Gold's like, you need to talk more about comedy. I'm like, oh, well, I try, but like
need to.
The conversations just go everywhere. Like we don't script any of this shit. We just go for it,
Yeah, so and also there's plenty of comedy podcasts with people who are like paid comics.
Yeah.
That talk about comedy in the industry. Like, what are we going to talk about? Man, being an open micer is this and that.
Hey, but it's the struggle though. Like, like I guess I booked my first fucking comedy club. You were there.
Yeah.
Thick. Like you killed it. Then I was telling my last guest that I thought it was gonna be between you and Nick Johnson. You guys fucking killed it. Like your fucking impressions of what's his name of Clint Eastwood murdered that and your fat cat joke. Fucking murdered. I was like, fuck.
No, yeah. What I was thinking, because you also had a great set. Me and Owen really wanted Seth Rubin to win, because I feel like I've seen him in the last couple weeks and he's like fucking crushing it. and it seems like he's working really hard. Not that anyone else we've been seeing hasn't been working hard for
I,
whatever reason. Seth
I
really.
didn't hear his because I was next, so I was
Oh, okay.
behind stage.
Yeah, no,
Like
that's a standard
I
thing.
wasn't paying attention to him. I was in my head,
No, yeah,
and I was looking out in the
that's
crowd,
what we all
and I
do.
was like, "Fuck!" The crowd was
Yeah, yeah.
huge. How many people do you think were there?
There was a good amount of people. I have no idea
It
what
has
the
to be
number
at
was.
least like 200. At least like it was
Yeah.
fucking all the way to the back row, almost sold out. I was like,
Mhm.
God damn! But yeah, I thought everybody did fucking good. I wasn't expecting to
We all did
win.
solid. The only thing that bothered me was that they were fucking up with the name calling
Oh
because
yeah, they called someone else's name, and then you came out, and then
they did that with like the first five
it's because
comics.
the first dude wasn't there when they
Yeah,
called his name. So you were on deck, right? You were second, right?
I was I think third or something like that,
Yeah, the first dude they
fourth.
called his name, and he was a no-show. Like he was probably in the toilet or some shit.
Yeah, I think what we put together is they called the first guy. He wasn't like ready yet, or he was somewhere else. So then I think they brought up Mikey Barajas,
Hmm.
and then he went up first. And then they called up the third guy, but then that's when the first guy went
Yeah,
on or something like
exactly.
that. And then, yeah,
Well, that was
it
their
was
first time
strange.
doing it, so they like the dude apologized to me after. He was like, "Sorry, the whole thing was the first time doing it. We
Yeah.
kind of didn't really know how we were gonna
No,
do
I
it."
get it. Shit happens, but I feel like, I don't know, you should be pretty quick to like figure out something's not right. But maybe it's also our fault because we
Mhm.
were like going, I don't think any of us were like pulling anyone to the side. Or I mean, I talked to the brick dude who was wearing the brick. Like I was
Yeah,
like, hey, what's going like on with this? Like
he's like,
they're
"I
not
don't
calling the
fucking know,
right
Mr.
names.
Brick."
Yeah. I think he did like talk to somebody because yeah, I got like called on deck, but then I think they called me onto stage, but then somebody else went up, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah.
I don't know, but you killed it then. I said that crowd was huge. It made I'm saying like we're open micers, but like
Mm,
you have to go through that bullshit, the shitty mics, the nobody there, like
yeah.
only comics, and then look, we walked up onto a legit crowd, and it
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
makes
that
it worth it. Like I said, I thought you killed it. I didn't hear Seth. Maybe he killed it. I don't know. I didn't hear him. I know he's fucking great. He's awesome, but he's on a Fat Camp fucking
yeah.
I don't know who won. They have to announce the winner, but I was like, how come I wasn't a part of that, you assholes? But I guess it's for LA comics only, so
Yeah.
fuck it.
But
But that show was great. Like they're gonna do it again, so you can go back. They're gonna have they're gonna do the same shit again.
mm,
I think that's what they said. It's gonna be reoccurring, but they haven't given me the date, so I don't know when the next show is gonna be. But keep your eyes out. Fucking Bray
keep that
Improv.
open, yeah.
I finally booking my first fucking
Exactly.
comedy
Get down
club.
there to the Bray Improv when his show comes
I
up.
told my daughter a year ago, you're gonna see my face on one of these fucking placards. I don't know if they're gonna take a picture of us or it's just gonna be.
Well, your name's gonna be on the list. I don't know
Yeah, I don't know.
if
Who
it's
gives
gonna
a
be on
fuck?
a flyer. It'll be on an Instagram post probably.
I think they had it on the big screen
Oh
outside.
yeah?
Whatever
All right.
flyer they had for the podcast. I mean, for the
Yeah,
breakout
that'd be
thing. But
fucking sick.
and I told her like a year ago, I'm having my face on that shit, and she's like, yeah. I was talking about the Ontario Improv, but it did even better the Bray Improv.
Yeah, no, the Ontario Improv, that's it's fun to get up there because again, it's the same thing like when you're an actual club
Mhm.
and usually the Ontario Improv open mic has like a decent amount of audience in there. Like it's not just comics. And it feels good to get up there because it's an actual audience in a club, but that's also a starter mic. So you just got to sit through like 45 minutes of bombs.
I keep missing that one. Like the last two or
You're not
three.
missing
The
much.
last two or three open mics they've had there, like I'm like, fuck, I forgot. Like I forget. You have to keep track. It's like the
Yeah.
first Tuesday or second Tuesday of the month.
It's supposed to be the first Tuesday
And they
this
they
month. It was
skip
the
it.
second one. Yeah,
See, that's what I'm
because
saying.
if they have a like person with a show, like somebody will have a show
Someone
that
will
night.
bring money.
Exactly. So they'll put it and they don't give a fuck about the open mic
Did they
down
raise the
there.
prices on the open mic?
They did, but it was a while ago because it used to be like $8, but now it's like 8.50
Oh no,
or
because
something like that.
the roast battle's like $15 or $13 a ticket. I was like, what
That's
the fuck?
nonsense.
That's why I didn't go to the last one. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not paying for that
Well,
shit.
once they split the shows, I never went to the roast battle.
It was fun. Like, did you
Yeah.
do the roast battle?
I've done it twice.
It's fun for stage time, but like, I'm not worried about that. I'd rather.
Mhm.
I wrote a few new jokes I'm working on now, so I have time for till the actual show if I want to decide to use them or not. But I'm back to writing again. I was like fucking stuck for a long time where I couldn't think of anything, and then it's part of the reason why I was just not actually writing.
Mhm.
So now I try to dedicate some time in the day to like work out the ones I'm trying and go back to some old ones to rewrite them because I know that there's something there. Just
Yeah.
got to reword it. That's one of the hard part for me is getting the joke started, like
Mhm.
how to come into it, you know, like what angle to use, I guess. But I don't really have a method. It just kind of comes to me, but just getting the joke started is crucial to me. I don't know about you. I don't know what your writing method is, but like this new joke that I want to write, the premise is good, but I'm like, how the fuck do I start it? Like, I'm gonna have to write it like 5 different ways and figure out which one works the best, you know. But
Yeah.
I guess the only way to figure it out is just to try it at the fucking open mics, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I was gonna go to Stacks last week, but I had fucking daddy duty. How was it? One a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Because
this Wednesday it was good. We keep having a like solid turnout. Usually
you guys skipped one, right? You guys were doing a show
we're
somewhere.
doing first and third Thursday, or not Thursday, first and third
So it's not
Wednesdays.
every week anymore.
No, it's every other week. And
Okay,
we chose that just so that we'd have a little more freedom to maybe do like another mic on Wednesday, but now we're also doing a show on the last Wednesday of every month at the Doll Hut in Anaheim.
I did that one
So
time, and it was just all comics and one couple. It was pretty fun. That
it
place is
hasn't
sick.
changed.
It hasn't changed.
No.
It's a cool spot. The only problem is that you have to bring your own cash. Like I don't fucking cash. Like
Yeah, I mean they got an ATM there, but
oh
yeah,
they do.
it's a cash only bar. Yeah,
That place was they had renovated the bathrooms, but before the bathrooms looked like somewhere you get murdered at. Like it was like the toilet was half missing and then stickers all over the wall. And I seen they posted that they redid the bathrooms. They look fancy now, but I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
be.
say fancy.
Well, compared to the way it used to look, I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
before.
I
It
don't
looked
know.
like the last house on the left bathroom or some
Yeah,
shit. Like
because I've only been there two or three times, I think, and the first time was like last July. So I don't know if you were there before that.
I went. This was well, I don't remember. Maybe the
Yeah.
beginning of last year. I don't remember.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I saw the original bathroom or I might just not remember it.
It's weird how it's set up.
Yeah,
All the things goes. It's meant to be like a punk rock bar or some shit. They do
yeah.
bands and shit. So I don't think it's really set up for
No,
comedy.
it's
But
not set up for comedy because there's like no chairs in
you
there.
have to like sit at the bar or like
Yeah,
off to the left.
yeah, it's either the bar or
I
there's
don't know
like
why they don't
four
do it
chairs
outside. Have
on
you
the
been
other.
outside? There's an actual
Yeah,
legit
there's like a
stage.
big stage back there.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why don't they do it out here?
Well,
Like,
maybe like in the summertime we might be able to get that set up, but also like their sound system is inside,
like,
so you'd have to
like
maybe set something up outside.
that's how they do the bands outside. Just plug in the PA or
Yeah.
some shit. But I,
So maybe it'd be easy to do that. Maybe
like if you
we'll
just
think about it.
set up chairs and do it out there, it'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, if
So
they had any
you guys
chairs.
are gonna be doing shows? It's your guys. It's not Cocky Rocky. It's
Yeah,
your guys.
in July or January, Cocky Rocky passed the show off to us,
Oh, shout out to
and
Cocky Rocky. What's
yeah,
her
shout out to
name?
Cocky Rocky,
Raquel? I don't only know her as Cocky Rocky.
something like that. I also, and
She's
I
nice.
think,
She put me on a show. Thanks for having
yeah,
me.
she put me on the Dollhead show, and like from the first couple of times, like she saw me, she was like, oh, like saying a lot of nice things. So she's
Well,
cool.
since it's your guys' show now, you should. I recommend trying to go outside and just maybe ask for some chairs or
Yeah,
something.
once the weather suits us, it's starting to get
I
a
think
little
the rain is
warmer.
over. It's gone now.
Yeah,
Like, look at today's fucking beautiful day. It's like
yeah, it still could rain at any moment.
that'll be fucking metal or punk rock. You're doing
Yeah,
comedy outside in the rain. But
yeah,
hey, I've done comedy in the fucking rain before. I was doing a show in Pomona and they made us go outside because they had some music coming on. They were like, it's supposed to be a festival.
yeah.
They made us leave for some fucking piano guy to play, and
Mhm.
they made us go outside in like the patio, and it was fucking raining. Like, so people had to huddle up underneath the little like, I guess ottoman outside.
Yeah.
It was awkward, but it's comedy. I mean, I said shit like that's worth it. I've done shitty shows. I'm saying that doing that mic, it was fucking awesome. Like, and actually winning. Like I said, no respect to you guys, but it felt fucking good. Like
No, I'm sure,
I've
absolutely.
done so many shitty shows, and like finally getting some recognition. Like,
Yeah,
I don't really win too much shit. So.
yeah.
I've never been a winner in my life, so
No.
like hell yeah. I want to try the Chatterbox set of the night. I've never done theirs.
Oh, you've never been at the set of the night?
No, I've never. They started maybe like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I just
been
never
going.
gone because I work fucking 4 in the morning. So like on a
Oh,
Tuesday
fuck.
night, like how late do they run? Is it like the?
No, it's not like the Thursday. It's usually less people showing up. I think
So it's not 50 signups.
no, it's not 50 signups. Lately, I think it's been on the higher side for a Tuesday night, but as far as I know, it's never broken like 30 comics, and
Mm.
usually you're out by like I don't know. Sometimes it's been as early as like 9:30 or 9:45
So
that the mic is done.
maybe I'll check it out next week because like I said, I've
Yeah.
been wanting to do it, but I've been in Chatterbox when I was there till like 11 and like waiting for my name to get called. I'm like, fuck, I have to go to work in like
Yeah, no,
four
it
hours.
does suck when you get like a super
I
fucking
always
late
get late.
call.
I've never get. I'm always in the 20s or the 30s, like
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah.
I like that place though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chatterbox.
It's one of my favorite spots.
It's probably the best real crowd you have at an open mic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if the crowd isn't there, there's usually just enough people in the room, even if they're comics, like that it's a decent audience.
Yeah, they
So,
have regulars that come there, like people like locals that come there.
yeah.
There's like an Indian and some guy. Like,
Oh, well, yeah, for the like main Chatterbox Sunday show, there's two guys who are like
yeah, I've seen them at the open
always
mics.
in
They're
those.
like a dude dresses like an Indian or something, right? Like he wears like a poncho or a cowboy hat or some shit.
One of them has a cowboy hat, the other wears like a headband, and
Yeah, like
that's
I
like
said, it's like I
all I
said,
know.
an
And
Indian and some guy.
I think the dude who wears a cowboy hat, he does balloon
Yeah,
animals.
yeah, he taught the other dude. I forget his name. It'll come to me. Ryan, I think.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Ryan.
He made some sick ass ones. I want to have him on. He's pretty funny. I like him.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan's. Yeah, he's hilarious.
I've seen him on other podcasts. He does podcasts with the other girl. What's her name? She wears glasses. She hosts sometimes.
Uh,
It'll come to me. I'm not really good with people's names, but
yeah.
I seen one he did one where it was like a stripper pole. It was like a balloon animal on a stripper pole and it like spun. Or I think maybe it was the cowboy guy who made it, but that shit
Mm.
was sick. I tried doing balloon animals. That shit is hard. I don't know how. It's not like origami where you ever done origami
Yeah, I've done
before?
origami.
Nothing like balloons. Balloons don't fold like that shit.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit
you
is
gotta
hard.
like twist them the right way, pull it, and then like inflate it more, and then
Me and my daughter got into paper airplanes recently.
oh, nice.
I was like trying to teach her, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't remember. I had to like YouTube how to make paper airplanes. We made some pretty sick ones, but she got over it in like 5 minutes. I was like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no career in paper
I was
airplanes.
just trying to do something wholesome with my kid, you know.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She wanted to go back inside and be on her tablet. I was like,
Yeah.
all right. So I said, ever since COVID, the kids aren't the same anymore. Like they'd rather be inside on their tablets or their laptops and shit. Like you graduated right at the right time because, like I said, now like kids like they're just socially awkward now. Like
Yeah.
I don't think they know how to socialize anymore. They'd rather not. Like, so my daughter's on spring break right now. I told her like, oh, go out with your friends, do something, and she had them spend the night last night. I was like, oh, thank God, like she's doing some normal shit. You came here, what were they doing? All on their
Oh,
phones on the
dude.
couch, like not even talking to each other. I was like, you guys having a good time? They're like, yeah. Like I was being sarcastic. You guys aren't even talking to each other. Like
Yeah.
one's on the Switch, the other one's on the phone, the other one's watching TV. It's like you guys are just
Mhm.
fucking in each
But it's
other's presence.
still about spending time with people.
I guess that's 1 foot forward, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but this next generation is like I don't know, like they're culture vultures. They like to steal our styles, but like they don't know who they are, you know. Like they need to like.
No, of course not. They're too young to know who they are. I don't even know who I am.
I went to a show last night in Irvine. I went to go see Ryan Long,
Yeah.
and me and my friends stopped at In-N-Out out there, right?
Mm.
Everybody looked the fucking same out there. Like every girl that walked in, they're like probably a bunch of high school kids there. They're all dressed the same. All the dudes are dressed the same. I'm like, I feel like I stepped into the 90s. Everyone's like, the 90s are back. Like big faded jeans, polo t-shirts. Like every girl in their head, like oversized jeans and like Skechers. And I was like, this is like a blast from the past. Like I literally
Yeah.
feel like I'm in the 90s. I was like, I feel out of place. Like me and my friend were there in all black. We look like a couple emos, like going to a funeral, and everyone out there. It was weird that I've never really been to Irvine, but a lot of Asians,
Yeah.
and white people. I felt out of place.
Hmm.
But I like that spot, the Irvine Improv. Have you ever been there before?
Yeah, I think I saw Tim Dillon there.
I've seen it in
Couple years
Ontario.
back.
I've seen it in Ontario and Brea, but that place is pretty cool. It was weird to get. I didn't know how to get in there. Like we parked down the street. We had to walk. We like kind of got lost. I was like, thank God we got there a little early, but we got some decent seats in there. But that motherfucker Ryan Long, you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He is fucking hilarious. Like he's like that's my style of comedy. He just says whatever the fuck he wants. Like he's not too edgy or anything like that, but he does push the button and shit. But I was fucking dying laughing. There was another dude there named JJ Libram or something. He's a bald dude. He was fucking hilarious. I barely found him on Instagram last night, but that's why I like going to comedy shows to see other people. Because I knew the Ryan dude, but I didn't know
Mhm.
the other dude. And the other dude I think was probably funnier than him, but no disrespect to Ryan. But
Yeah.
I think his name is JJ Libram or some shit. I can't pronounce his name. He makes crazy fucking viral videos on like TikTok and shit. Where he like walk down the street and just say obnoxious shit to the camera, just to get people's reactions behind him.
Hmm.
He'll be saying some obnoxious shit, and then there's an Asian chick like, "What the fuck did he just say?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry." Like he tries to play it out, but it's all fake, you know. But that fool's hilarious. But yeah, last night was fun. I said it just makes me like I go to shows like that because I need more encouragement. Like I want to do this shit, you know, like
Hmm.
to go watch. Like I'll study just the way they talk. The only thing I don't like is that the more of a bigger comic you are, the less you hold the mic. Like the Ryan dude was basically holding it at the stem of the mic, and
Yeah, I've seen that.
it kept cutting out. And I was telling my friend, I'm like, his mic keeps cutting out because he's literally holding it by the fucking wire. So he's talking,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, yeah, like he was doing that a lot. I'm like, his mic is cutting out because he's holding it. I'm like, but I guess that's a cool thing now. If you're a fucking big shot comic, the
I
less
don't
you
know
hold
about
it, the
that.
better.
And I don't know how big shot of a comic Ryan Long
As
is.
I said, he wasn't doing it right because he was holding by the wire and
Yeah,
he kept
because
cutting
I've
out
seen the thing where like they like hold it
with
like this,
the
where it's like they're
thumb.
kind of like pointing it
Oh yeah, like
at
fucking Ari
themselves, kind
Shafir, he holds it like he cuts
of like
it.
that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like holding it further down is better than like holding it right at the top of the
I
mic.
like what you do, how you
But
put it in the stand and you just pick up the fucking
oh
the
yeah,
stand. That's
I
funny.
don't do that all the time
You
because
should. It's hilarious.
no, because like I like to do it once in a while because it is a funny, just like physical thing
I
to
don't even know how to
get
use a
the
mic
audience to
stand. The
laugh.
way you like turn it into, I'd never really touched the mic
No,
stand.
you should fuck with it.
I just grab it and
Yeah,
put it
no,
away.
you should try to do different things with the mic stand or hold the mic differently.
I
Like
was
I
just
try to do that
told
once
to
in a
get the
while.
mic away from you.
Yeah,
That's what I learned.
but
Like,
I've been every once in a while, like I experiment with just leaving it in the mic stand and then just leaving the mic stand there, seeing how I seem to just kind of like hold it like that a lot, just hold the mic stand like that. But you know, I try to do hands free sometimes. It depends. Sometimes it depends on what bits I'm doing, because some I have like a handful of bits where I need like both hands free to do something dumb.
when I first saw you do it, I thought the mic was like malfunctioning, so you're just like fuck it. But it was a part of your act. Like
Yeah,
you played it off well. I was like, what is
yeah,
he fucking doing? You know, and then you made it go down, and you like just picked it up, and I was like, oh, he's doing this on purpose. I
yeah.
thought the mic stand was fucked up. I was like,
No,
in my head, I was like, see, that's why I don't fuck with the mic stands, like,
yeah,
because I just put it behind me, get it the fuck away from me. But that shit was funny. I like that shit because it's like you're commanding the room, you know, like
yeah.
taking charge.
It is a good way, and if that gets like a good pop, then I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like you get more comfortable on stage if like the sooner you can like kind of get control like that, which is why like I'll do that or doing like a little physical gag or something like that.
It worked. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. I was like, what is he doing? I was like, oh no, his fucking mic stand's fucked. Like you've tricked me. I didn't know what the fuck was
yeah,
going on. But then I saw you do that Bray. I was like, oh, I know what he's doing now. Like
yeah.
I was in the fucking in the cut. But I seen you at the Riverside show, or is it Riverside or Redlands? Right,
The one we
the
were
brewery.
at, yeah, that was Redlands.
You were the only white dude, and you fucking killed it. Like
Yeah,
I was like, because the crowd was mostly like Mexicans, right? Like
I don't even know.
you couldn't see, it was too
Like
dark.
it seemed like there was probably a decent amount of white people, or it was
I
just
didn't see any whites.
a bunch of white people in the back and they were the ones not laughing at anything. And then, yeah.
No, but you killed it. I was like, oh, this motherfucker killed it. I
Oh,
love that
thanks.
spot. It's a beautiful fucking backdrop
Yeah,
too.
it's a cool
That's why I try to
location.
snap photos for you, but I'm not really much of a photographer. But
Yeah.
I'd love to do that show. I talked to Corey. He's like, oh, send me some videos and maybe we'll have you on. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. Like, I don't have.
Yeah. Has Corey never seen you?
He's seen me, but I know
Or
the other guy said send me his friend.
Dick Salas?
He's like, yeah, send me some videos. I was like, all right, but I just never did. Like, I don't
Yeah.
have any legit videos. I have shitty little cell phone recordings. You know, like I probably need to
Well,
start recording
yeah,
mine.
those guys aren't expecting like studio footage from you. Like, yeah, this is from my 15-minute special that I recorded 6 months ago.
Fuck was that? Oh, I hit the fucking thing and it made a buzz.
Uh,
No, but you were the only white dude there, right? Like, I have
yeah.
a question. You know how it's been like illegal to be white and straight for the last few years? Like, what is it like being a white straight comic? You're straight, right?
Yeah.
What's it like being a white straight comic?
It's fine. There's not, I mean, everyone is talking shit all the time.
Because
And
like, weren't you guys illegal for a few years?
no, we've always been on top. That's number one. We're still in charge.
Trump is back. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like the liberals, they hate straight white men. They're like,
Yeah.
you cis male.
I don't know. I think the thing is, and what I've seen in stand up is just in culture, like internet is not a reflection of real life. And I think most people understand that because, you'll go on stage and maybe talk about like, oh, these people have these opinions. And then people are kind of like, okay, like like they're not, or you say like, oh, this is happening, and then people are like, yeah, if you say so, like people, and maybe even bringing up Trump, it seems like sometimes people don't even just want to talk about him. Like you could be like, yeah, we hate Trump, and then people are like no. Sometimes you'll get like a whole room that it's like, boo, yeah, that guy sucks. But sometimes people don't really care,
Hey,
don't really have much of an opinion on something.
when I was in Irvine last night, I was definitely in Trump territory.
Yeah.
There was even a dude by the front stage with a MAGA hat on, like straight
Oh
up.
shit.
Because I think Irvine's like rich. I felt so poor being in there. Like
Yeah.
in Irvine, it's like I guess it's like Victoria Gardens or whatever.
Hmm.
All a bunch of fancy restaurants, and everyone there was like looked like rich and white. And
Yeah.
the comic was like, damn, like this dude has his fucking MAGA hat on. You damn rich people. But the audience is, I guess, everywhere you go is different. Brea is
Hmm.
pretty much the same too. Like the definitely different from Ontario.
Yeah.
Ontario brings San Bernardino crowds. There was a dude at one of the open mics. He was just there randomly from San Bernardino, and he's like, "Man, I could do this shit." He was an old black dude,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Go up there, go sign up. You
Yeah.
can do this shit." He's like, "These motherfuckers ain't even funny." I was like, "Yeah, like, "Go try it. It ain't fucking easy, you know." A lot of people think like, "Oh, they can be funny." Yeah, you can be funny, but go do it on stage. That
Yeah.
it is not fucking easy. Like, how do you deal with like do you get anxiety on stage or anything like that, or
Yeah, I do.
I had fucking mad anxiety at that brick house show. I'd never been that in front of that many people. My
Bricked
fucking
up.
I said brick house.
Yeah.
She's a brick
Bricked up.
house. Bricked up. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm stumbling my words, but my heart was beating the whole time. I don't remember what the fuck I was even
Yeah.
talking about. Like, how do you deal with anxiety like that? Do you still get stage fright?
Uh, yeah, but I mean, it's just like a general level of anxiety of like, kind of like, I can't fuck this up right now kind of thing. Cause I mean, it's not so much I'm worried that I'm gonna bomb, because it's like if I bomb, obviously it sucks, but it's kind of like it happened, whatever, like you got to move on. But like I'm not as afraid to bomb as I am to just like fuck something up, because it's like you can tell a joke, and if it bombs, it's like, all right, maybe that wasn't funny. But if you fuck up the telling of the joke and that's the reason why it bombs, then it's like, then I don't know if that was a good joke or not. I don't know, like, if the audience would have liked it in the first place or if they would have hated it. But like at the Brea Improv, I was a bit nervous to do that. And I was worried that like it was going to come off like as I was doing bits, because I felt like maybe because, it's only 3 minutes. Like I felt like I was maybe kind of rushing things, or like the
Yeah,
energy or the timing wasn't there. But like as Owen and I were leaving, like a lady, I think she was like helping selling shirts or something. She was like, "Hey, you guys were great. You both seemed like really confident up there. Like you weren't nervous
yeah.
at all." And
The
it's like,
crowd was
"All right."
the crowd was real supportive. I had a lot of people come up to me after the
Yeah.
show too, like wanting to shake my hand. I was
Well,
like,
yeah, you won.
no,
Now I know
they
no,
didn't announce
yeah,
it.
nobody knew at the time, but that was the feeling though.
But this old black dude came up to me and shook my hand. And I was like, thanks.
Oh, that's the best.
And I had a black joke on there, and
Yeah.
it killed.
Yeah, that's the best.
And he came up to me, man, that shit was funny. He's an old
Yeah.
black dude. And he shook my hand. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, I at the Ontario Improv open mic probably over a year ago by now. There was like a middle-aged black lady kind of sitting in front of me, and she like turned around and kind of chatted with me for a second, like before the show started. And then I had a bit about George Floyd that I was gonna do, and I fucking went up, like did my set, and it did good. And then I like came back down, and she turned around and she was like, "You're funny," and I was like, this is the best feeling in the
Yeah,
world. Middle-aged black lady told me I was funny.
you
I'm
got
doing
the
it.
stamp of approval. That's why I felt
Exactly.
when that black dude came up to me,
Yeah.
because I have like I do a joke about Mexicans and blacks, but he came up to me and he was like, "Oh man, that shit was funny as hell." I mean, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, thank you, sir." It was an old black dude. I was like, "Thank you." But the crowd was real supportive. I'm saying
Absolutely. Well, because it was kind of,
it was like a real. I think a lot of people just went there to do like they didn't even know what the hell was going on. They just bought tickets to a show. Just a
maybe,
lot of
but
randoms.
I think it was also a bit of a bringer show, because it was, the main people who were actually like on the lineup, they brought, a bunch of friends or family. And then it seemed like a lot of the open micers who were just signing up, they brought like a bunch of people too. So,
I know Nick was telling me that his girlfriend and like, her friend and like her parents were just randomly there for something else, like
oh
not
shit.
for him, but
Yeah.
I guess they knew somebody else in the lineup. So yeah, there was a lot of people there. But I noticed during that show, like I said, I've never performed in front of that many people. that the timing is like you have to wait. The laughter lasts
It's
longer.
different, yeah.
Like I'd hear the laughter, it's like a C, like it goes
Yeah,
back.
that's something that I didn't like about that room is because it's so open. It felt like you could get like a big pop, but then the laughs weren't like reaching you because it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
filling
yeah,
up
yeah.
like the back of the room.
So I was like, I had like an inner monologue in my head when I was telling my jokes. Like I was thinking in the back of my head, like, all right, wait, don't go yet, because
Yeah,
there's still like the laughter is still going. Like, all right, now go, because timing is everything, you know.
yeah,
And like I said, I never performed in front of a crowd that big, so the laughter kind of threw me off. Like the first joke I did, it got a huge pop, and then they kept going, and I was like, "Fuck! Like, should I start?" Like, because you don't want to talk over laughter. They tell
yeah,
you not to, but like, I guess it's. Like I said, I've never done a crowd like that, so it's something I have to like learn the timing. And you only got 3 fucking minutes, so you gotta hurry the fuck up. I
yeah,
barely made it. Like, I had like 10 seconds left
yeah. I
before.
think I left with a little bit under time, but I was just like, I mean, I don't need to do anything else because I had my whatever two or three just like jokes and then the longer Clint Eastwood thing, which I have like that's only half of it now. I have
Yeah,
like a
I cut a
second
joke in half
half of
too.
that bit, but like that was fine. I was like, I'll just do the short version and uh and then ended it on it wasn't like a one-liner, but yeah.
I always do better at book shows because you have more time. You don't have to cut any jokes in half. You get to relax. You know, like that open mic, I had to cut a joke in half, and I had another new one. I'd only done that once before, the
Mm,
last one I did, and that was brand new, and I didn't even know how much time that was. Like I was like, fuck. I tried to say it quickly, but I did talk over a little bit of laughter. I did fuck up a punchline, only because I was trying to hurry the fuck. I could see the clock, and I was like, fuck,
yeah.
30 seconds, and then I barely pulled it off. But yeah, it's kind of like annoying, but 3 minutes is, I guess, a decent amount of time. But like I said, you got to be like punctual with your timing,
Yeah,
because
you got to be on it.
you don't want to run the light. I had an app on my phone that would tell you the joke timing,
Hmm.
and now you have to pay for it, so I can't use it anymore. It was a free app. I'm not paying for that shit.
How does that work? Like you type a joke in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
thing and then it
It,
tells
it
you how
basically
long it is?
translates the words into time. It's
Interesting.
it's accurate too. It was
Okay,
called bits or nice
I
bits,
see.
but I'd recommend it. But you have to pay for it now, so
Yeah,
unless you
no.
want to pay for it.
I would rather just do a set, record it, and then see how much time it took on the
But it was
timestamp.
cool though, because you could like create a set. You have create a set list, and then you can edit, move shit around. It was like kind of really, really convenient. Now I just go back to using the Apple Notes because I'm not paying for that shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to find another one, but it was helpful. But that last joke, I said I was so used to knowing the timing on the jokes that I didn't know the time on that
Mhm.
one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem I have. I don't really know how long any of my stuff takes, and I have some like longer form stuff that I know takes a while, but then I always like underestimate. So it's like if I have like a 10-minute show, like I'll put a set list together, and that set list will probably be like 15
Y-
minutes
Yeah,
in
because you have to
reality.
you have to calculate laughter. Like I said, that night the laughter was longer. Like so, like I was waiting, trying to not to do it, but then like the last joke, I had to fucking like
Yeah,
go for it because I only had like 30 seconds left, and I was
yeah.
like, fuck.
But yeah, like at the Redlands show, I think I did like everything on my set list, and I was supposed to only do like 10 to 12 minutes or something. That's what they told me. I did like 16 because they were like, if you're doing good, we'll like let you keep going.
No, but you fucking
So
killed it at that Redlands show I
yeah.
saw. Like I'm telling you, you fucking progressed. I've watched you from the Feed the Funny shit, but I said
Mhm.
this also has to do with the crowd. Like, and we used to seeing each other at the little pizza spots, like just not many crowds. So like,
Yeah.
you're not really getting the reaction, but that you fucking killed it that night. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You're feeding that funny now. Like,
Yeah. And I'm proud of you for getting the Brea,
like I
man.
said, I told you last guest, I don't deserve that. There's a lot of people that have been doing this longer than me, do it more than me. Like, but I just got lucky that night. I just literally just got lucky because I did the same set at Stacks a few weeks back.
Hmm.
Like no laugh,
Got
nobody
nothing.
gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it again. And then I said that joke, the last joke I did, that was the second time I did it. The first one was at Stacks, the second time there, and it fucking murdered. Let's say it could be just the audience, but
Yeah.
we have to practice at these little mics. There's only way to do it, unless you're gonna practice at home in your mirrors, like
That's not practice.
or
That's just
whatever,
you can get
reciting it.
the wording down so you
Yeah,
don't like trip up over yourself when you go on stage, but
that's what I'm saying. It makes it all worth it. Like doing when you booking shows, like you have to go through the little shitty mics to get to where you want to be, like. So when I go do this Brea one, eventually, whenever the fuck it is, like I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna be fucking hitting up every
yeah,
mic
you're
I
gonna be on it.
can, like because I can't fuck this up,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it means a lot to me just because like it's a real legit show. Like I've done a cold open at a club. I've done the open mics at a club, but like
Hmm.
this is like there could be somebody there that might see you and want to book you on other shows, you know, like
Yeah.
so I gotta come show up and show out, but it's gonna just make me nervous. I can't think about it. I'm just gonna act like it's an open mic or some shit, you
Yeah.
know. But shout out to Gage. He's gonna come on next week.
Oh, nice.
I hit him up. I don't even know the dude.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever met him that night after
Yeah.
the show.
I've met him like 2 or 3 times, but we I don't think we've interacted long enough for him to like really remember me.
Yeah, yeah.
But because we talked a little bit, we did a show together at a brewery in Fullerton like a year ago in May, and I think that was the last time I saw him before the Brea show. And like we kind of chatted for a second, so hopefully he remembered me from that.
He puts on legit shows too at
Yeah.
other spots, but I'd never met him before, and I didn't know. I just knew I knew Simon. That was it. Like
Yeah.
I also met him from just he's the door guy. I always go to the Bray Improv, and we just followed each other. But I don't
Mm,
never really interacted with him either. You know,
yeah.
he's supposed to come on too eventually, but he's busy, so we'll wait. I'm not
Yeah.
rushing him, but Gage is gonna come, and we're gonna talk about promote his show. But yeah, he has other shows like pretty legit ones. I was gonna go to the other one he was gonna have the other day, but it rained. I don't like driving in the rain. Like I got in a really bad car accident in the rain one time, and I'm kind of got
Shit.
like PTSD. Like
Yeah.
I was in a freeway pileup during COVID. It
Oh,
was
fuck.
fucking. I thought I was gonna die. It was scary, but I don't fuck with the freeway in the rain. Like I had to drive on the freeway the other day. We were going to take my daughter to a concert. It was pouring ass rain. Thank God there was traffic, so we're just bumper to bumper the whole way there. And I was
Hmm.
like, whew, because it's sketchy, man. I hate drive. Like we start hydroplaning on the freeway. I don't care how good your tires are, how brand new they are. Like if you're gonna hydroplane, you're gonna hydroplane. You can't prevent that shit. But
Yeah.
it was raining that day, and I was just like, nah. Like I just had something in my gut was like, nah, don't go. So like I don't know. I still have trauma from that or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, so maybe the next one, if it's not raining, I'll go with that one. But they had Rick Thorne there. They're giving away like Tony Hawk skateboards or signed autograph
Oh,
skateboards.
nice.
Like he puts on legit shows, but so I'm gonna have him on here. We can talk about that shit, help him promote his shit. But he's fucking hilarious too. Like
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
I was listening to his bits and shit, and he was talking about his dad. He made me fucking think of Dale from King of the Hill.
Mm.
You know Dale, the Joseph's dad. You ever watch King of the Hill? You're young. You probably don't.
Yeah,
Know.
I know about King of the Hill. Owen Parker has sang its praises so many times to
They're
me,
bringing
but
it back. They're gonna
really?
I guess it's gonna be years later. Like the kid has grown. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
Yeah, I just wish they would come up with new shit.
well, it is new. It's a whole new story.
I know, but it's still King of the Hill.
It's supposed. I think it's supposed to be in the grandpa's version. Like he has a dad, and he's like
Yeah.
a VN or a WW2 vet, and he's got no legs,
Hmm.
and he's like little short dude. But I think it's supposed to be from him, not from Hank. Hank was the main character.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be like his viewpoint. I don't fucking know. I just heard rumors, but Bobby Hill's fucking hilarious.
Hmm.
There was a kid at one of the mics that we went to, the Feed the Funny in the pizza place in Claremont.
Hmm.
Some random little kid me and Riley ran into. Like one of the comic ladies, she's always at Chatterbox. She has a little dog with her.
Yeah.
She brought her nephew or grandson with her, and he was outside talking all kinds of nonsense. And was like, "This fucking Bobby Hill kid. Like, who is this fucking kid?" But that lady's funny. I like her. She's always falling asleep at Chatterbox with her
Yeah.
dog.
Amy Honeywell, I think her name is.
I don't know. She's funny, but I seen a video. Someone took a video. She was like passed out, and her dog was just sitting there, just,
Yeah.
like, in the middle of someone's set. Nah, but comedy brings some fucking characters out. Like
Yeah.
I met a lot of fucking crazy people out here. Like I'm not saying she's crazy, but that shit was funny. But I met some dudes that night. There was a kid in front of me. He was like, "Oh yeah, I just bought tea tonight." I was like, "Why?" I was like, "You trying to warm up your vocalizer?" He's like, "No, this is the cheapest thing on the menu." I was like,
Mm.
"Cause you know they do 2 item minimums."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck, man." I was like, why did I think of that shit? Because I don't want to fucking spend. You buy 2 beers, it's like $30. I'm like, I need to start saving money. But when I went last night to the Bray Improv, I bought 3 beers. It was $40. I was like, fuck.
Fucking out. Yeah, that's why I don't like those places.
I should have.
Actual
I should have bought the tea like the kid out
Yeah.
at the Bray Improv. But he's right though, because fuck, man, it's hard going out to mics. You can spend all kinds of money parking.
Well, yeah, certain mics like you don't have to spend that much, but when you're doing actual club shit and they have the 2 item minimum, like I said at the Brea show for the 2 item minimum, I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna spend like $7 for a drink, I might as well get something besides water. So I got like an Arnold Palmer and then I got some like spinach artichoke dip,
Are
and
you
that shit was like $30 for like everything. And
when
yeah,
we were at the Brand Prov, I sat next to a couple. The girl was ordering drinks and food, and they weren't even eating the fucking food. Just
yeah,
a bunch of food and drinks. Their tab was like $200. I was like, holy shit! Like,
yeah, it's fucking insane.
I was like, God damn. I'm glad I didn't bring my girl because I wanted her to come to that night, and she's like, nah. Like,
Mm,
what if you don't even get called on and I waste my time? And I was like, you're right, because she's like that chick. She likes to order a bunch of appetizers and bullshit, not
yeah,
even eat it. But yeah, I spent like $30 that night by myself, but with her, it would have been like $90. That's why you don't have a girl, right?
no,
Yeah. Have you seen those memes where it's like you're going out to eat by yourself, it's $10. When you go out to eat with your girl, it's $100? Because
yeah,
I don't know what it is. They just like to order shit. Like order because it's on your bill anyway. They don't give a fuck.
mm,
But yeah, that chick ordered a bunch of food and she wasn't even. I kind of wanted to pick at it. Like she wasn't even eating. She had like
yeah,
nachos and then she even had breadsticks or like I think it was pretzels with nacho cheese. I was like, damn, that
mm.
shit looks bomb. And she just left it. They got up and left. I was like, what the fuck? Like you dropped $200, you didn't even fucking eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's insane. I'm not a big fan of food waste.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Like I clean my plate wherever I'm at. Even if I don't like the thing that much, I'll clean the plate.
I love In-N-Out. Shout out to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Every time we go to In-N-Out,
They need the business.
every time we go to In-N-Out, they my wife and kids they never finish their fries or anything, so I just look fat just eating their fries.
Yeah, I like my friends do that too. They'll like get fries and then only eat like half of it and be like, "Yeah, I just don't like fries that much." And it's like, then why the fuck
Listen,
are you getting it?
I'm gonna write a new bit about this about In-N-Out, but I heard a tragic story recently. Someone I know who knew somebody who knows somebody died at
I
In-N-Out.
think I knew that person.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Are you fucking with me? Because
Yeah,
this
because you were like,
okay.
somebody knew somebody, somebody
Okay,
to,
well, I'm not gonna name the names, but they're local. So I thought,
yeah.
wait a minute, do you know the story?
Uh,
Someone was waiting in line at In-N-Out and dropped dead. Waiting in line at In-N-Out. I was like, fuck, man,
so,
could you imagine dying while waiting in line for your food at
I
In-N-Out?
know, I would rather die after I got my
That's
food.
what I was saying, but I guess the person had health problems. You know, rest in peace to that
Oh yeah,
person.
obviously, most people who drop dead have health problems.
But
It's not,
but in my head, I was thinking, I put myself in those shoes. I was like, imagine if I died at In-N-Out waiting in line. I'm like, either people are gonna think that fat fuck died waiting for In-N-Out, or would you rather die waiting for your food or die after eating In-N-Out?
after, obviously.
But the joke that I want to do is like, could you imagine you're waiting in line and you drop dead and then they start calling your number?
Fuck,
Like,
dude, that's
oh,
a
they're like, you're laying there passing over. They're like, order number 98.
yeah, that's like the fucking end of a movie right there as the camera like zooms out over your body.
With the receipt in your hand. They're like,
Yeah.
two 4x4s of animal fries and a Diet Coke.
Well, that's what fucking killed you. That's what you're eating by yourself.
My friend orders like that. He orders like 3 burgers full.
So the most I've ever done, and it's, I'm always like trying to put on weight and muscle.
Oh, I could tell.
Yeah, is
How tall are you? You're 6'3"?
yeah,
How much do you weigh? Like
6'3".
200? 180?
I'm like usually between 215 and 220. The heaviest I was actually like probably 2 or 3 months ago. I was almost 230.
Are you
And I felt good
bulking?
about that.
Are you bulking?
I've pretty much been on a years long bulk, but
It must be hard for you. Probably have really good metabolism. I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, no, it's hard for me to
I just
put on
gained
weight.
2 pounds from this drink right
Yeah,
now.
But yeah, also like yeah, for me to actually put on weight, like I have to hurt myself like eating,
Yeah, in your
like
stomach.
where you don't even like
Do,
eating anymore.
do
You're
it. Do
just
it.
shoving food in.
Do what sumo wrestlers do. They eat and then they go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I do that. I eat every night before I go to bed.
But like they eat and take a nap, like to sleep on purpose.
Yeah,
I guess you burn less calories while you're
I've never
sleeping.
done that.
But that's what the
Maybe.
sumos do. They eat up like bags of rice and then they just go to sleep.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to that joke I want to do. Like the end of the joke, I'm be like, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm like, I need to get right with Jesus because I know for a fact there's no In-N-Out in hell. 'Cause you know they're like a Christian fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you get to hell and all they're gonna have is Jack in the Box tacos. Hey, do you like Jack in the Box tacos?
I think I've had them before. It's
They're fucking disgusting.
I don't think I
If you
hated
eat
them.
Jack in the Box tacos, you deserve to be in hell. Like, those things it's literally just soggy meat and soggy lettuce.
Yeah,
And
if that's what you're seeking, well, hold on, like does Jack in the Box have actual tacos? Because I know they have like the mini ones
no,
or
they have
whatever.
actual tacos.
They
It's
have actual
it's a
tacos.
thing. Like I said, you're young.
I've
so
never had one.
You're young, but in the last maybe 10, 15 years prior, people go drink and then they go to Jack in the Box to get tacos. It used to be like 2 for $1. So it's like a cheap meal after the
Yeah, it's
club.
cheap. Well, yeah, I mean,
A lot
when
of
you're
Latinas.
yeah, when you're drunk, anything's good.
No, but people would literally like, oh, let's go to Jack in the Box to get tacos because you can order like $20 worth. There's a whole bag of fucking tacos, and they taste like dog shit. They
But
smell.
it's food.
But anyways, that's the joke I want to end it with. Like that that all they have is Jack in the Box tacos in hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on it, but that's just the premise. Nobody fucking steal that shit. But maybe I shouldn't write that joke. It's a sad story. But I love In-N-Out, so I just want to talk about them.
Mhm.
They fucked up on our order a couple weeks ago, and I called like a white person and complained because it's far. There's none around here. There's one in
Yeah.
Ontario. I called. I was like, you forgot my wife's food. It's like, we're sorry, sir. And they sent us 2 gift cards
Hmm.
that's worth any meal you want.
Oh,
So
nice.
my wife used one and she just ordered something simple. I was like, I want a double animal fries and a
Yeah,
shake.
exactly. If it's good for any
It
meal,
was
like
any
get your
meal. It
fucking
even
money's
says it
worth.
doesn't exclude anything. I was like, I can get anything I want with this. I was like, all right, I want double animal fries and a shake, and I got
Yeah.
that shit. But I was like, she ordered something simple. I was like, why didn't you get animal fries or anything? She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know. I was like, it says any meal.
Yeah, any meal.
So yeah, if they ever fuck up on your order, they fucked up on my order a lot. And then I was like, why have I never done this before? Like,
Mm.
I just had to do justice for my wife because she was pissed off. So I was like, I'll do something. I'll
Yeah.
handle this. I called
That's my wife,
I
goddamn.
called and complained, and the lady's like, we're sorry, sir. And they sent 2 gift cards in like a week. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And it said unlimited. Like, you can get whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I was like, I should have got an extra large shake. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, next time In-N-Out fucks up,
Maximize profits there.
next time In-N-Out fucks up, call and complain. Be a Karen.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever fucked up my order.
They'll fuck up like I said. If you leave, always check your bag. Like they'll forget my spread or something like I'll ask for extra spread or chilies and they'll forget it. That's another part of the joke I want to do is like the person's dying and they're like calling their order out. I was like, wait, they forgot my extra spread. I love that shit. Like I'll take some home with me. I'll keep it in my fridge and I'll fucking eat that shit another day. But yes, I'm fat. I need help. Sorry guys. What time is it right now? We're now in. Anyways, do you have any shows coming up? Anything you want to promote?
I mean, we got the Feed That Funny show at the Doll Hut next Wednesday on the 26th. I might not be there. I'm not on the lineup. Even if I show up, they might give me some time.
Why aren't you on the lineup? Are they just cycling people out?
Well, I was on the lineup last time because we don't want to do like shows where all 4 of us are on the lineup every single time.
That's why I don't want to. I don't want to talk shit, but there's people out there who put on shows and they're always on every and they just cycle out the same couple of friends that they know. Yeah. You want to get people to come to your show, they want to see new people. They don't want to see the same fucking people because they're gonna be like, oh, I already saw those guys last week.
Exactly, yeah.
But these dudes, like I said, I don't want to talk shit about them, but at least have the host, at least one host, and cycle random people. You cannot have the same fucking people and the same mix of people and then expect people to come.
Yeah, that's a natural thing that's common sense.
Well, these people, I'm not going to name names, but these people, that's all they fucking do is they're all on the show. They cycle out the same group of friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
You never see any new faces. Like, so if you already saw them once, you're not going to want to go back and see it again. Like, you need to have new people with new crowds because every time you bring a new person on, they're going to hopefully bring a few people or more, but same fucking people are like, oh, I saw you guys last month. I'm good. But yeah, that's a good idea. Continue what you're saying.
Yeah. So, what we're doing is whoever's hosting, it's one of the 4 of us. And, then like one of us will be confirmed on the lineup. Like I think 7's like on the lineup, but then, it's a completely different group of people from, the last show we did. Owen will probably get time because I think he's running sound. He'll probably get like 5 minutes because Darby will like throw people on, depending on.
You guys don't do the bottom of the barrel thing, or what is it called, the bucket thing anymore?
Bucket. The suggestion thing that we were doing at the mic.
You should do is have like AI generate suggestions. So like I know like I'm not reminded of this. Fuck you, Josh. One time I was outside smoking at the pizza spot. And you said, make Andy do jumping jacks. And I was outside, I had to fucking do jumping jacks. And I was like, who the fuck wrote that? And you're like, it was Josh. Fuck you, Josh. But that was funny though. Yeah. And I did the jumping jacks, asshole.
That's what we do.
But that was funny. But I'm saying is like, it's hard. People write premises that are dumb. Like maybe you should use, maybe there's an AI generator. You can Google, comedy premises. I'm sure there's something out there, but you should incorporate that like in your show or like at least make during the set, have someone pull a random premise out or some shit just to fucking.
I don't know if we do that for a show. That might be something more for the open mic, but I don't know. I think we stopped doing the suggestion bucket because not really a lot of people wanted to do it.
I
Seven,
tried to pull some
because
out.
it's hard.
I tried to pull some out, and they weren't even like premises. It was like
Yeah,
propose to a black dude. So I had to propose to Kyle.
yeah.
I
So
was like, what the fuck is
that's the
this?
thing. Writing a good suggestion where somebody can like do something funny with it is hard because like I pulled one once and it just said mac and cheese. So it's like, all right, I'm just supposed to talk about mac and cheese
So I'm
now.
saying maybe you can Google it. Maybe there's an AI generator that'll generate
Yeah,
some.
I don't think we're gonna go that direction because I mean, people like Seven would just empty half that bucket. He would do like all the suggestions,
I
and
did that
then
because every one I got one night was all black people stuff. Like,
yeah,
oh, do something to a black person. Like, who the fuck wrote these?
it's probably
Darby?
Seven.
It was Darby.
Yeah, but the person that I saw was always like the best at them was Nikki P.
Yeah, shout out
Because
to Nikki.
yeah, Nikki P would just like pull that shit, and then he just
I did it
talk
once.
about it
I
and
did it
do
once
funny
at
stuff.
another spot, and I got random like possums. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck am I gonna say about
No,
possums?
it's definitely hard, but that's why I would say there are no bad suggestions, only bad comics. Because
Yeah.
really, if you're really fucking good at what you do, you should be able to pull some random top trains and then be able to do like a joke.
Let's
or
talk about
yeah,
trains.
exactly.
You ever got trained on while doing coke?
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I did it one time there at some other spot. It was just random. I had never done it before, so I didn't know. And then I did it with you guys, and it was all black people stuff. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Propose to a black man? I was like,
Yeah.
come here, Kyle. I haven't seen him in a while. How's he doing?
We just saw he comes to our mic
Is he
still.
still doing the? I need to go to his Bright Star one.
Yeah, the
I've
Bright
only done
Star.
it once.
Yeah, I think it's the last Wednesday of every month, which now we do a show, so I
You're
don't
just
know if we'll
taking
go
over. Feed the Funny's taking over.
there. It's just Wednesdays. It's always
What?
just been
I'm
Wednesdays.
saying you guys got Bright Star. You got the.
No,
Doll-
we don't have the Bright Star.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
you were
I
doing
no, I
Bright-
meant the Anaheim show, the Doll Hut.
I thought you said you guys were doing Bright Stars on
No.
Wednesday. I was like, damn, you guys are taking over.
No, I think Kyle has talked to us about like, doing a guest host kind of thing, but I don't know if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, but I definitely suggest that you guys like cycle out, at least have one host one of you guys host, and then one of you guys feature, and then the
Yeah,
rest
that's what
be
we've
new
been.
people.
Yeah, that's
because,
what we've been doing.
like I said, there's people out there
That's a
that
common
just
sense thing.
people out there literally that just they're on every fucking show they produce. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to be on every show. You can just MC
Yeah.
for the night. Like give other people a chance.
Yeah.
Because I would get exhausted. That's why I don't do mics. Like I couldn't fucking be out there every week doing like performing. Like I would like you need a break. Like let someone else shine. I'd rather just be producing and giving other people opportunities because you're gonna give them an opportunity, right? And then they're gonna be on another show and they're gonna talk about you, and then you're gonna get opportunities from them. It's kind of like you help each other out, But
Yeah.
if you're only helping the same 5 friends out, you guys ain't going nowhere, Like
Mhm.
you guys are doing the same shows, and then the crowd's not gonna come, unless you're touring around, but you're going to the same spots. You're not gonna fucking get a crowd there, So
Yeah.
it's just hard, man. I've been doing comedy for 2 years now, and like I've only had a few family members come out a few times. That's it. Like
Mhm.
so, when I have this show coming up, everyone and your fucking mom, please come. Like just do support me. If you ever met me, you don't like me, I don't know. Just come out and support. This is gonna be special for me because if I fail this one, I'm quitting comedy. Yeah, fuck that. I'm never gonna quit. I told my daughter I'll quit when I'm dead.
Yeah.
But she supports me. She's a big supporter. She thinks it's cool, even though she doesn't know what I do. Like she went to the pizza place one time.
Oh, really?
I brought them with me, my kids, and I didn't have a babysitter. And I was like, "Fuck, I want to go do the mic." And then they sat in the back. Remember what's that pizza place called?
First Amendment.
Yeah, they sat in the back in the little VIP area in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And then my daughter was like, "Daddy, you're real vulgar." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I know." Yeah, I know.
It's a good word to use.
My little one was like, "Oh, like she was on the tablet. She wasn't paying attention." But yeah, I had fun. But yeah, now she's 16 now, so I can leave, so I can be out more, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna start hitting more mics. I think I'm probably gonna go to Chatterbox this week, so check it out,
Yeah.
Chatterbox. I'm gonna
Okay.
try. Are you gonna go?
Watch out, Chatterbox.
Watch out, Chatterbox. Here I come.
Just at the open mic sometime next week.
Oh, the set of the night one you were talking about.
Saturday night, I might be there on Tuesday, yeah, because I don't know a ton of mics on Tuesday.
Well, you inspired me now because you said it doesn't get that busy. Because I was worried that it was gonna fucking run late. And watch, I'm gonna get there. It's gonna be 40
Yeah.
fucking comics.
Because I think people have been,
Does everybody get on or?
yeah, everyone gets on. Like nobody gets like cut off, and really, it's not really that competitive. because and it's a cool vibe. Like it's a slightly different vibe from the Thursday night. But yeah, it's not really competitive. People aren't like, no, I'm gonna win, because usually I
Listen,
use it as
I'm
like a
not worried
regular
about
mic.
winning. I just want to go because you say there's less people. Because
Yeah,
every time I go to Chatterbox, I'm always like, there's not just 70 people signing up, and
yeah.
I'm dead last.
There's usually less people than on a Thursday. It sounded like from the last couple of weeks, their numbers have gone up slightly, but I heard this last Tuesday was bad. A bunch of people bombed and nobody won set of the night because it was that bad.
Nobody won.
Nobody won, and
Is there?
so we'll see.
Is it all comics or is it a real crowd
It's
there?
mostly comics, but usually like when I've been there, since there's less people, the comics like stay in the room like the whole time. So you have an audience, we're all just like supporting each other. But I heard, and I shouldn't be fucking talking about
Say it. Who
shit that I
cares?
heard about,
You
but
heard
because I
it.
was there.
Allegedly. Say
But yeah, three
allegedly.
different people told me: Mike Baker, fucking C's,
Why are
Renoso,
you
and Darby
saying their
Cash.
names? I get to say allegedly, and you're
Listen, it's not allegedly. This
so,
was three people
okay.
confirmed this.
So go ahead. Repeat what you were saying.
Like like they said everyone did so bad, like nobody won set of the night, but
Even including them, they were on the show too.
yeah, but they were saying like, it's not that people weren't saying things that were like funny. They like C's was saying like, oh, I wanted to laugh, but it just like wasn't happening. But yeah, like nobody won set of the night. Apparently, like Mike said that everyone like a bunch of people would go up, bomb, and then just leave immediately after. So by the time,
Fail.
yeah, he said he got like pulled late. So
There's like 5 people in
yeah,
the
by the
audience.
time he went up, yeah, he said there was like 6 people left.
Who judges that? Is there judges or it's just?
It's just whoever's hosting really, because usually Steve
I
hosts
thought they
it
had like
and
a
he picks the
judge
guy.
panel where they like talk to you
No,
after. That'd be cool if they did that. They had a judge panel and then they critique your fucking set after.
no,
That wouldn't they be like,
we're
yeah,
trying to get through the night quickly. We're
oh,
not
yeah, you're right.
sit
You
there
said there
for
was
10
less
minutes.
people, so I would assume they could fill the
No,
time
no,
with
it's
that.
it's not. Yeah, that would be a fucking ordeal, I would think. The way they got it going on is
I
fine.
went to an open mic at the Comedy Store one time,
Yeah,
and the dude hosting literally acted like he was on Kill Tony. After everybody's set, he talked to them, and like there was literally hundreds of signups. The place was balls to the wall packed.
yeah,
And in my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up and let the show go on. Like,
yeah,
stop talking. After every set, you want to interview somebody. I'm like, are we on Kill Tony? What the fuck is
yeah.
this? I went on like at like 12:30 or 1 in the morning. It was fucking late. Like
Goddamn.
I was falling asleep, and they cut it down to 2 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck, 2 minutes? Like I was over. I didn't even want to fucking be there anymore. I looked
Yeah,
pissed off, but I never went back after that. I might try the potluck one time, but have you ever done the potluck at the Comedy Store?
yeah. Last July,
I remember Owen got on, but he couldn't get
Owen
a.
got on
Did
twice.
he go? I remember he couldn't
Yeah,
get a ride or
yeah. He
something.
he was trying to get people to get a rides, but shout out to Vinny Vega.
He picked him up
Yeah, he picked him up, got him there. Because I think if,
because
or
he had hit me up, and I was like, nah, I'm not going. And
yeah,
he's
and
like,
I was at work, so I couldn't drive him.
I was daddy duty that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, he told me about it, and I was like, oh, that's fucked up. I thought he didn't go, but at least he got to
No, he
go.
made it. Yeah, and it would have been bad if he didn't go because at the time it might be the same now, but because you used to have to like sign up
Yeah,
through
now you have
email.
to show up
Yeah, so and this is probably why they stopped doing the email
because
thing.
nobody shows up.
Because if you get put on the list and you don't show up, then I think
They
yeah,
blackball
like
you.
blacklisted or something like that, so they won't put you on like ever again.
But see, you have to check the emails. Like it's like you have to
Yeah.
sign up Thursday, and you have to check back Friday, and then
No, it's worse than that. You gotta sign up Friday like afternoon, like 12 to 1 or
and
something
then
like
the
that.
day of.
No, yeah, and then on Monday, like at noon, they'll
Yeah,
let
yeah,
you know if you got
yeah.
on or
So if you
not.
forgot, like, how that's stupid. They blackball you because you're at work and you forgot to check your emails, you know. But yeah, I like the Comedy Store, like the vibe there. But like that whole, I did not like the whole open mic. I've never gone back. It's like too many fucking people, and like you have to basically buy your way in. You have to buy drinks. The more drinks you buy, the more receipts you get, and then you put your receipts in the bucket.
Nah, shit.
That shit was overflowing. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling you, it was so fucking packed. Like I'm surprised the fucking floor didn't give way. Like there
yeah,
was people standing. I tried to go take a piss, and there was like people standing in the restroom. Like I'm not even fucking exaggerating. Like so many people. You know, in the belly room at the top. Have you ever been in the belly room?
yeah.
The staircase going to the restroom. There's literally people. There's a dude standing in the stall, and I was like, can I use the restroom? He's like, it was fucking wild. But yeah, people are hungry out there. Like there's a lot of fucking comics out there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to stick out there, you know. But I need to start making my way out there because like I'm kind of like I've done everything I can do around here, you know. Like The OC is pretty good, legit. I like the OC. I did the Noble one. Have you ever done that one?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
I did that one randomly because I went to a concert and I just ran into those dudes because me and my friend went to drink at that. I didn't even know Nick and
Hmm.
them were there. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I was like, my friend's like, hey, let's park here so we don't have to pay for parking. And then we run into these fucking dudes hosting a mic. I was like, hey, after the concert, if you guys are still going, I'll come back. And then they ended up putting me on late. There was nobody there, but
Yeah.
fuck it, I'll perform if I have to. But
Hmm.
anyways, Josh, you have anything else you want to promote or talk about?
Let me pull this up because I do have a show in April with the Grins and Sins.
Oh yeah, I just had JoJo on here
Oh,
recently. Shout out to
nice. Yeah,
JoJo.
shout out to JoJo. Oh, looks like Owen posted his weekend update. Let me find out what the
He's
date
like
is.
just in Owen Parker.
Yeah, let me see here.
I told JoJo, I was like, hey, when you guys have openings again, he's like, oh, you have to audition. So in April, there's an audition. I was like, all right, have my spot ready, baby. I just
An
asked
audition for what?
to be on their shows.
On Grins and Sins?
Yeah, I guess they're gonna in April they're gonna do some. They're gonna start hosting auditions. I guess you have to audition now.
That's insane.
Oh, I'm not good as you, Josh. I didn't get chosen.
Well, I don't know because it's a bar show, so to audition for a bar show,
That's what he called it. I don't know. He just said in April they're having auditions.
it'd be one thing because I know he's like hosted at the Covina Laugh Factory or something like that. It would have been one thing to audition to be on a Laugh Factory
Listen,
show,
I asked.
but to audition for a bar show, JoJo, what the fuck is going on?
Listen, I asked him, hey, do you guys have any spots available coming up? And he's like, oh, well, no, but we're gonna have auditions if you want to audition. I was like, all right, I guess so. In April, I'm gonna come try out. Or
Anyway, so the Grins and Sins comedy show that I'm on, it's on Thursday, April 3rd, Temple Bar, Urban Eats. I think that's in Covina. Yeah, it's in West Covina.
that place is legit. It looks
So
pretty
April
sick.
3rd. Yeah, it looks cool.
Maybe I'll come support you that day.
I would love that.
What
Thank
day?
you.
What day is that on?
Thursday.
Yeah, I came support you guys at that fucking brewery out there. It was pretty sick. I got lost. I went to the wrong fucking spot.
Yeah, a couple people did.
I googled hangar. It's Hangar 24, right?
Yeah.
And it sent me. It's in the same city, but like 15 minutes away. And I'm like, I pull up and there's a warehouse. I was like,
Yeah.
where the fuck is that? Because most breweries are in warehouse areas.
Yeah.
So I was like, where is this? I saw some bisos standing outside. I was like, where's the brewery? They're like, oh, like they didn't know what the fuck I was saying. And I was like, fuck. So then I googled it again. I'm like, am I at the right spot? And then it showed another location 15 minutes away. And I was like, oh fuck. So I tried calling Ant. He was on that mic and he didn't answer. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drive it. I'm already driving all the way the fuck out here anyway. So
Yeah.
I found it. I made it just in time. The show started, but I was fucking pissed off. So
Yeah.
they need to update that shit.
Yeah, no, I checked the address like 3 times because there was 2 of them.
I didn't know
so
there
I
was
like,
two. I've never been out
Yeah.
there before. So, anyways, Josh, it's been great having you here. Tell the listeners and viewers where they can find you.
Pretty much only on Instagram right now. Follow Feed That Funny for shows. Follow my personal, Josh Dave Plant, on Instagram. And that's kind of it. Thanks for having me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Your name's Plant or Plantega?
Plantenga.
Plantanga. I
Yeah,
said
that's
it
the full
wrong.
name.
I fucked up.
It's fine. Nobody knows how to say it right.
I was gonna ask
I
you
don't
like
even know.
I was gonna ask you what's your ethnicity again?
I'm Dutch.
Oh yeah, because I was like I thought he was from are you your family from there or you're just like third generation American?
I think I'm second generation because my grandparents were from the Netherlands.
So Netherlands. I was like I ain't no scientist. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's wedged between France and Germany.
Yeah, because I was like I thought I was saying it. I thought it was Plantega. Yeah, I've never heard that. It's pretty unique.
Yeah, it's strange. It sounds made up.
As I said, I am from Holland. Isn't that weird? But
Yeah.
I love their accents. Their fucking food's amazing. Do you guys eat like moose? Like, what's your guys' food out there? Like,
I don't fucking know. I'm not
so you're not in touch with your roots?
I'm not really entrenched in the
Hey,
Dutch
me neither. I
culture.
don't no hablo español. Me neither.
Yeah.
We're both the same. We're the new wave.
Yeah, so far, like of what my mom's made, it's not very good.
You guys, your grandma didn't make any like traditional meals or anything like that from
My grandma made a lot of casseroles because I think my grandma on my
shepherd's pie.
yeah, my grandma on my dad's side, I think moved here when she was pretty young, but my grandma on my mom's side, she would make like meatballs and stuff, and then she would make like a raspberry like crumble cake, and that stuff was pretty good. But my mom's made stuff like it's called a pendonai stump or something like that.
Pendonite. That sounds like a disease.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like it's carrots, like onions, sometimes kale, like pretty like
That
mixed
sounds
into mashed
that sounds
potatoes.
like bondigas. That's like Mexican meatballs. Like I grew up whitewashed. Like I didn't know Spanish, but my grandma used to make. It's called a bondigas.
Yeah,
It's like a meatball stew, and we just called it meatballs.
yeah.
Sounds pretty fucking similar, but a lot of cultures have food that are similar. There's not like beans, rice, meat. It's all the same shit. But anyways, um, you can find me on my personal Instagram, AndyC_comedy. You could follow the show, the Crimson Comedy Show, on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and like and subscribe. Tell everyone your mom, Josh. Tell every your friends you were on IE's #1 comedy podcast. What was the other podcast you were on? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
don't think they're out yet.
it don't fucking matter. You came to IE's #1 comedy podcast, but we'd love to have you back. Maybe next time I'm gonna try to get a second mic. We can have you and Owen or whatever. The Feed the Funny
Fuck
Cats
yeah.
here. I need to get Darby on that crazy motherfucker. But anyways, good night, guys. Thank you for coming, Josh.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace out, guys.